Hi everyone, my name is Sharon and I've known Creative Society from the 7th of May. During the forum that we have, I was interpreting there. My experience with the forum was so amazing to see that it's not only my country that is suffering with the natural disaster, but it's all over the world. The climate is changing, and with as much as it's like that, to realize that actually but we are facing with the enemy that we cannot fight with, that the enemy does not care whether you have money, you're rich, you're poor, where you're staying, your color, your language, whatever your gender. It attacks everybody. Whether you have something but you can end up with nothing, with no home. People, they lose things that they worked for so many years trying to get those things, but they lose them, and they think there are people that will help them maybe regain those things or whatsoever, but only to find that they're on their own. Nobody helps them. I was so sad to hear another woman, her children had to die on her lap because of the natural disasters. And people, even if they survive, but they end up dying due to not getting necessary necessities, if I put it like that. So it's really amazing though that even the situation is like that, but there are scientists, there are researchers, there are people that they want to know what exactly is going on and to find out the truth. It's amazing, and to find that there are people who really think as human beings that they want to live. You know, we have to do this together. How can we fight against this rude enemy, which is climate? Thank you so much for the opportunity, and I'm looking forward to work with the Creative Society, and I will be translating everything that's going to be done during the forums and in Zulu, so all the Zulus that they cannot understand English can understand.
Hello friends, my name is Josip and I'm a volunteer from Bosnia and Herzegovina team, and I do translation and simultaneous translation, and I'm now in the middle of forum translation, and it is a really big honor to be here and to help to people to find out the truth. And it is so beautiful and so good feeling to be a part of that great project. Thank you.
Hello everyone. It is 8th of May, 12:07 AM, and we're now live on the International Online Forum. Global Crisis, We Are People, We Want to Live. The live broadcast is being simultaneously interpreted into 100 languages, and we're now interpreting it into Italian. I would like to say that this broadcast, this forum, must be watched by every person living on our planet. This event shows the truth of today. It shows this cruel reality that we face all the time. If we continue like this, we will have no future. We cannot continue to live in the society we have created. The society that leads us to death. And the absurdity of this situation is that by staying in these conditions, we cannot change anything. In order to change our lives, we need to change the conditions. We need to change the format of everything that is now growing and of everything that now exists. This particular event, guys, this particular forum, which has already lasted 6 hours and will continue for 5 more hours, besides revealing the whole truth, also shows the way out of this situation. It shows that we can live differently. We can stop all this violence, cruelty, all this injustice, wars, deaths. We can stop all this. We just need to unite, change our way of thinking, change our habits and change our attitude towards each other. And the world will change. Everything will change. And we will be able to live. We will manage to survive. The forum presents all the facts, the whole information base. After all, apart from the problems we create ourselves, there is a problem approaching, and actually it is already here. The climate change. If we remain divided, we will never get over it. Never. On a humanity-wide, civilization-wide scale, we will not be able to cope with what is coming, with what is already in our home. So guys, we have to unite. We have to change everything. We have to do it for our own sake, for the sake of our children, and for the sake of everything that deserves to be saved and deserves to live. We have to do it for the sake of life. Guys, watch the forum. Go to thecreativesociety.com. Join the project. Let's do it all together. After all, together we are able to do everything.
Hello everyone, my name is Alisher. I've recently participated in an online forum on the topic of the global crisis. The initiators were the participants of the Creative Society project. It was a very big and amazing forum. Very urgent topics such as hunger, lack of food, lack of housing, wars, climate disasters were discussed. And how to deal with it, how to treat it. I learned a lot of things there, adopted a lot of things, even got some little experience in terms of interpreting, because I was called precisely for this. Thanks to the organizers. Thanks for letting me be there. It's a very cool, big forum that was held in 100 languages. There are links, follow them and watch it. It's very cool. You experience mixed emotions when you read the comments of people who were personally in such harsh climatic situations where nothing could be done. It was difficult to somehow cope with it. I was interpreting. I realized that I should not stop because there was a live broadcast and something inside of me was turning over. It was very emotional. I hope that someday humanity will learn how to cope with this. To cope with both climatic cataclysms and with its own problems. Because in fact, the enemy of mankind is probably the man himself in the first place. Because we people do not fully understand what is good and what is bad. We constantly have some kind of wars, quarrels, disputes for territorial integrity, for dominance, for money, or something else. This is not good. This is generally a very serious topic which can be discussed for a very long time. Precisely in this forum, which was very long and very extensive, these topics were discussed. You should just come and watch it. It's very cool. It touches you to the core and evokes a sea of emotion. It's been a few days since I watched it, but I'm still impressed. Thanks a lot to the organizers. It was really great.
I'm a volunteer of the Creative Society project, and I'm grateful that such a project exists. That we're united in one good goal for people, for children, for your future, and we love you all. Warm greetings.
Hi friends, I wanted to give some feedback on the forum. I wanted to first start off by saying thank you to all of the participants. I know there is a huge amount of time and effort involved in putting this together, so I'd like to just say thank you to everyone. It's hard for me to even find the words to describe how I was feeling during the conference, but I'd say one word that comes to mind is sobering. The information that was presented when the statistics about the natural disasters was given, I'm at a loss for words when it was talked about the volcanoes and the earthquakes, as well as the fires and the ice melting, and the floods. Meanwhile, there's water vanishing at the same time. That information is super sobering. What's most sobering about it is hearing the witness testimony of how that affects them. Seeing how just unprepared and how sudden these events happen to people is, that's really sobering, because at any moment it can happen to any one of us. So that information right there was like a real, like a wake-up call. Some other interesting information was the cyclicity of it all, and like how the solar radiation, what that's doing to the core of the earth, as well as what's happening to other planets in the solar system, and the absurdity of the CO2 anthropogenic factor. And again, it's like a wake-up call. There were some parts of the forum that really made me sad. Seeing the information about the refugees and about the human trafficking, especially of such young children, and also the information about the war and how that's affecting people. Again, seeing the testimony of the victims of all that was... It really saddened me to see it, hearing the stories of how moms are dying with their children in their arms, and the one story of how the dad was gathering parts of his child in a tree. I was interpreting, but I was fighting back the tears on that one. There were just moments where I was just at a complete loss for words. That really saddened me to hear that, as well as how Creative Society participants are losing their lives. That's just terrible. That was tough to hear that. But there was also parts of the forum that was very inspirational to me too, talking about the prospects of technology that can help to solve a lot of these issues and the conflicts that we face today is expiring. That was super interesting for me. And it was mentioned as well that there's like anti-corruption technology that exists to help combat like the greed that we all know exists, in our society, from the mega rich people, the politicians, and, all the rest. So that was assuring that we have some tools that we can implement to help solve a lot of these problems that we're facing today. But it can only be done in the creative society. So I really hope that we can make this happen. And that's my feedback. Again, I want to say thank you to all the participants. This information is really needed for the world. So thanks again, friends.
Hello people, I am Tanya from Croatia. It is 4 a.m. and the conference has just ended. I've been translating it into Bosnian. It was great and I was very happy. But I also cried because there were heavy scenes there. I believe that we will build the creative society because this is our only chance. Thanks to everyone who participated in it. Thanks to all my friends. Thanks everyone. I love you so much.
Well, friends, here I am in the process of interpreting the International Forum Global Crisis, We Are People, We Want to Live. It has been another very interesting and enriching experience where, after a long day, I managed to get even more information and knowledge and better understanding of many things, which gives me the confidence to spread this information with greater force to all the people I know, to speak with certainty. Because if I'm certain of anything today, it is that time is short. We are in a moment where time is flying by, and every second of our lives is taking on greater meaning. Because the process of cataclysms on our planet has already begun, and it is not going to stop. The only thing that we can do as a human civilization in order to stop this is that we can unite and survive it. And that is the miracle. We have the unique opportunity to work all over the world as one single human race, united with the idea of saving the planet, with the idea of achieving the necessary understandings, to be able to take action in order to overcome everything that awaits us. What can you do? Share the conference, share the forum with as many people as possible, and watch the forum till the end. Because the only thing that will give you security, so that you could speak with courage and confidence, is to have scientific support. And in this conference, there is the scientific support. Never seen before. The scientific support for things that go beyond our imagination. So I invite you to the conference. I invite you to believe in human beings, in your friends, and to understand that this is not intended to scare people, but to unite people. Unite true heroes, brave people, people of character. Those of us who want to better the world, and those of us who are going to work for a better world, under all circumstances. So I hug you, my friend. It has been a real pleasure.
Dear friends, dear colleagues, I express my deep gratitude to each of you for the contribution that you have made working so hard. We have worked with you from evening till morning. That is 10 hours. Yes, it was a little hard, but that doesn't matter. For the sake of peace, for the sake of common unity, for the sake of common brotherhood, this is worth it. Thanks a lot that there is a Creative Society project. I wish you all the peace and good. Assalamu alaikum.